Hey everyone. So here we're just doing a very quick kind of pattern roundup. And I just want to share kind of my favorite sites to get free patterns from. So, first one obviously is hand woven. So, the reason I love hand woven is because A, it's super easy to find all of the projects and they have great variety for rigid heddle looms, multi shaft weaving, frame weaving, tapestry. Any type of weaving project you want to do, Handwoven has it. It's either on their site directly or it's on one of their sister sites, which is going to be Little Looms and Little Looms and Spinoff. Yeah, Little Looms and then Spinoff. So these are just kind of some I saw pretty quick. I was really happy with them. I thought they were just super interesting. I might want to try one in the future, but we'll actually kind of look at them together and see if there's any that we want to try. Um, no, sorry. I definitely think I'm going to want to try some of these in the future. Let me know if there's any you want to try, if there's any that kind of strike your fancy, and maybe we can kind of do them together, Like we'll plan it or something. I don't know. It seems fun to me. So, the next site I would actually recommend for getting patterns is actually going to be Shaft. And, you wouldn't really think like that because we're going to get to another one soon. But you think automatically looms, they actually have quite a bit of free patterns. And the pro on this is again, it's super easy to find. You go into the website and you just couple clicks and boom, you're there. You're looking at all their free patterns. And again, you can easily separate their patterns from clicking or very quickly just clicking like uh, rigid huddle loom, floor loom, cricket loom, tapestry loom, and you can go through quite quickly and easily and find whatever type of work you're hoping to do. And it's very easy to navigate. My only negative is just the way the patterns are written. They're not ultra clear for beginners in some cases. There are some that are written in a way that is a little bit more beginner friendly, but that's my big negative. Like hand woven, almost all of theirs are written in a way that's very beginner friendly. Um, but Shacked, it's like a 50-50 shot. But the navigation of the website really kind of makes it a lot easier. And there is a lot of photos and instructions to help you out. So I still think a beginner would very easily be able to do any of their patterns. So my third option here is actually going to be Gist. And the pros website, so clean, so easy to find patterns. The con, they don't actually have a free pattern tab. So you can go through by what kind of loom or what kind of fiber, which is great because the other ones don't really let you narrow it down by fiber. But this one does. You can literally just go, I want to work with a wool. What are some good wool projects? Or I want to work with silk. What are some good silk ideas? And you can kind of go through and click those, which I love. But there isn't a tab that just says free patterns. So you just kind of have to click through and decide which ones are free or not. I found that most of their free patterns are a little bit further back. Not all, which is interesting because sometimes like they'll have a free pattern on the first or second page, but most of the patterns earlier on are going to be the paid for patterns. And then later in the pages, you're going to find a lot more of these free patterns here. And another pro is they are all written to be beginner friendly. So the way they are written is usually very clear and concise and easy to understand, where you can just kind of pick up the pattern and you never touched a loom before, you'll figure it out. Like it's very clean. So the biggest con about their website is that it just doesn't have a free tab. If it did, I'd probably move it up a little bit because they do have a lot of great products and a lot of great patterns, but that free tab is missing. Come on, guys, you need to put a free tab right there. Just click. Um, and then last is actually going to be Ashford looms. They have a It's going to be Ashford looms. They actually have a magazine. It's called The Wheel, and they actually do drop free patterns, and they drop beautiful patterns. But the problem is they do it in the magazine PDF form. So you actually have to click into the magazine, scroll through each of the pages, and then it's still in magazine form. So you have to like expand it and move it, and it's just not convenient. It's not pleasant to look at. It's not pleasant to do. Like if I had the magazine in hand, yes, that would be a wonderful experience. I just boop boop boop. But when I'm scrolling on my phone and I accidentally bump the screen and it shoots me to a different page, that's not a pleasant experience, you know? So that's really my only con with this one. They do have so many great patterns, and theirs isn't quite as limited because they do have the weaving, the knitting, the spinning, all of these things in these magazines, but you are going to have to scroll through an online magazine. And that's, I don't know, I find it annoying. I would just rather pick up my PDF and just look at a PDF. So that might just be me. Maybe you like scrolling through the magazine. You let me know. Do you like scrolling through the magazine online? Doesn't do it for me. I don't like it. So that would be my only negative there. Another perk about the hand woven one is if you do decide like you just love all of their patterns and you want more of them, you can subscribe to their magazine. And not only will you get a literal magazine, you will also get access to back catalogs and all of those patterns in the back catalogs. So you'll be able to open an app and then open the pattern, which is pretty convenient. So I'm going to give them another point for convenience. And that's why hand woven really ranks at the top for me for being a great resource for free patterns. And after that, I am not going to lie, it's going to be Shacked, then Gist, then Ashford. Try an Ashford. You gotta get a PDF. You gotta get a PDF so you can come up and you can be right here. You can be ranked tied at 3 and make the rules. I did. This is my ranking system, so I did make the rules. But that's not the point. The point is Ashford needs to have PDFs and Gist needs to add a free tab. And then they could all climb up to the top 2, you know, and we could have like this little fun little party with all the little sites. Do it, guys. They're probably not watching this, but you guys are, and you guys can tell them that they need to do this, and we can have a campaign that they need to fix these problems. Anyway, this is just how I find free patterns. Let me know if this was helpful to you. If you guys like these flights, which ones are your favorites and why? Why do you prefer them? Am I wrong? Am I picking the wrong sites? Did I miss your favorite site? Let me know. After that, see you in the next one.